what if a plant could feel your fear, absorb your grief, and still offer you healing? In your backyard, on your terrace, sits a living intelligence we've forgotten, a divine healer in green. She is Tulsi, not just a plant, but a sacred consciousness encoded in leaf and stem. Welcome to the Plant Intelligence Codex, where nature speaks, and we begin with the queen herself, Tulsi. Tulsi, or Ocimum sanctum, is not merely a herb. She is Vrinda, the sacred consort of Vishnu, the force of divine order. From the Himalayan plains to the homes of saints, she is worshipped, sung to, and married in ritual. Tulsi Viva. Why? Because Tulsi is not botanical matter. She is encoded memory of balance, protection, and purity. Her very presence in a home changes the energy field, electromagnetically, emotionally, karmically. Tulsi holds a sattvic signature, meaning she aligns your consciousness toward clarity, compassion, and devotion. Her leaves tremble not in fear but in subtle vibration, as if whispering mantras to the air. She calms the agitated mind, opens the Ajna chakra, and fortifies the Anahata, the heart's center of faith. You're not just breathing oxygen around Tulsi, you're inhaling spiritual coherence. Tulsi's leaves are reservoirs of eugenol, ursolic acid, rosmarinic acid, and dozens of bioactive molecules. These don't just fight disease, they communicate. Yes, Tulsi is a bioresonant system, adapting to your emotional state and sending feedback to your immune system. She doesn't just sit in soil, she listens, mirrors, and gently corrects the chaos within you. A living biological software tuned to the rhythms of the cosmos. Tulsi modulates cortisol, regulates dopamine, and soothes the autonomic nervous system. She reduces brain inflammation and enhances synaptic clarity. In Ayurveda, Tulsi is known as a Medhya Rasayana, a memory and intelligence enhancer. Its aroma is not perfume, it's neurotherapy. Each breath near a Tulsi plant is a form of vagus nerve stimulation. Each cup of Tulsi tea is a code for nervous system recalibration. Tulsi is a karmic plant. She doesn't just heal the physical body. She absorbs lower energies, transforms psychic fatigue, and dissolves unseen grief. This is why Tulsi is forbidden in cremation rites. She is too alive, too sacred, to accompany death. Watering Tulsi daily is not just a ritual. It is a karmic exchange. She takes in your emotional density and returns clarity and peace. Tulsi Viva, Tulsi Mala, Tulsi Snana. In ancient homes, every sunrise began with a lighted diya near Tulsi, while sacred mantras vibrated around her. She is considered the purest offering to Lord Vishnu. Her presence neutralizes negative planetary effects, especially Rahu and Shani dosha. Even placing Tulsi leaves on the tongue of the dying is considered a sacred final rite. Because Tulsi is not about death, she is the bridge to continuity. Beyond personal healing, Tulsi is an ecological warrior. Her roots purify the soil. Her leaves emit natural antimicrobial compounds into the air. She attracts bees and pollinators, restoring biodiversity. In polluted cities, Tulsi stands like a silent guardian, balancing micro-ecosystems invisible to the naked eye. Tulsi doesn't just grow in homes, she heals the earth. Tulsi is the archetype of divine surrender. She loved with such intensity as Vrinda, that her very soul transformed into a plant. Every scarred woman, every devoted soul, every silent warrior, finds her reflection in Tulsi. She is devotion with roots, resilience in green, a healer who never asks, only gives. Tulsi says, I am not here to fix you, I am here to remember you. So, here are a few ways to bring Tulsi into your daily life. A cup of daily Tulsi tea for brain clarity and immunity, Tulsi oil steam inhalation for mental fog and chest health, and, chanting the Tulsi mantra with deep breathing to anchor your day. Grow Tulsi with intentions. Speak to her as a friend, not as an object. Even just sitting silently near Tulsi each day can regulate your breath, sharpen your intuition, and strengthen your subtle body. She is not meant to be used, she is meant to be honored. Tulsi is honestly more than sacred. She is alive with memory, a grandmother in green, a cosmic healer disguised as a leaf, a conscious intelligence rooted in earth, always whispering, remember who you are. You've been watching Professor Diaries, where consciousness meets science and nature speaks through story. Like, comment, and share this sacred message of Tulsi. And hey, tell us, what plant healed you when nothing else did? Subscribe and enter the world where every leaf has a soul. In a world overflowing with synthetic solutions, one ancient guardian remains, not in labs or patents, but in soil, stories, and sacred memory. Neem, scientifically known as Azadirachta indica, is not simply a tree. It is a living intelligence system, a healer rooted in earth and wired to consciousness. From ancient temples to AI-assisted laboratories, Neem bridges dimensions, Ayurveda and neurobiology, ritual and quantum physics, memory and molecular engineering. It is the cellular purifier, designed to detox not just the body, but the energetic residue of mind, memory, and karmic density. The quantum code of cellular cleansing. Neem's potent molecules, azadirachtin, quercetin, nimbin, act as cellular reprogrammers. They enter the bloodstream like code, identifying inflammation, toxicity, and microbial imbalance, and gently rewriting the biological script. For thousands of years, Neem wasn't just medicine, it was ceremony. Women walked around Neem trees during Navratri. Sages sat beneath it for mantra purification. Children were massaged with Neem oil to protect their aura and nervous system before they even knew how to speak. Fun fact: in ancient India, burning Neem leaves wasn't just for disinfection. It was for clearing the evil eye, emotional toxins, and fear-based thought loops. This was energetic hygiene before Wi-Fi, before therapy, before biohacking. Neem doesn't just remove disease, it restores dharma, the natural order of being. Daily Neem Protocol, the sacred tech of simplicity. Morning Neem water. Soak 10 leaves overnight and drink before sunrise for a gut-brain reset. Neem paste with turmeric for skin detox, acne, and heat eruptions. Neem oil in bath to cleanse electromagnetic residue. Chewing neem sticks recalibrates the oral microbiome and energetic mouth-gut axis. These are not wellness trends, they are ancient forms of spiritual software installation. How artificial intelligence amplifies Neem's potential for the future of humanity. Neem already knows how to heal, but artificial intelligence can help us decode, customize, scale, and globalize its full power. Here's how AI and Neem form a healing alliance. So let's talk about AI as a biochemical scanner. AI can actually analyze Neem's molecular structure, simulating, how each compound affects our organs, immune markers, brain inflammation, and even hormonal balance. The outcome? Well, we get precision dosing and honestly global personalization like never before. Now, moving on to AI plus neuroimmune data. AI can map Neem's effects on things like brain fog, anxiety, vagus nerve activity, and inflammation. This means it can offer predictive Neem protocols based on your body type, age, and mental state. For example, subject shows signs of emotional inflammation. Initiate a 14-day Neem protocol with a quercetin focus. And the real beauty here? We get emotion-based plant pairing through AI, which is, honestly, just so fascinating. And finally, eco-AI models for planetary healing. AI can actually help us decide where Neem should be planted to purify polluted air, restore soil microbiomes, and even reduce the need for chemical pesticides. It can model ecosystem revival using Neem biogrids. The outcome here is pretty inspiring. Neem becomes part of Earth's AI-regulated bioshield. So let's imagine for a moment, AI-integrated devices that, track your stress levels, your pulse, and even your energy field. And then, they activate Neem aroma music or visuals in real time. It's like having a conscious plant interface, where Neem actually responds to you, all through the power of AI. The outcome? Well, it's biotech and biofield harmonization working together. So let's talk about genetic and karmic mapping. AI can actually run simulations to show how different cultures, genes, and even ancestral karmic types respond to Neem. Some karmic blueprints might really align with Neem's detox vibration, which could help people heal generational trauma. The outcome: karma-compatible healing through AI botanical matching. AI is the mirror, and Neem is the memory. Where AI brings logic, Neem brings lineage. Where AI sees data, Neem holds dharma. Together they form a healing synergy, where the oldest plant codes and the newest digital minds unite to serve humanity's inner revolution. Okay, so this is the official Professor Diaries promotion. You can watch the full series on Professor Diaries. And hey, if you'd like to support this mission, just shop using the bag icon. Tap membership for early access and conscious tech insights. If you want to contact us, the official email is in the channel description. For brand partnerships and promotion, connect via the official email listed on the channel. If you found value in this article, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Professor Diaries. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for new insights daily. This is Professor Diaries signing off. Stay tuned, stay curious. Until next time, goodbye and take care. Neem is not bitter. Neem is truth in its purest, oldest, and most unfiltered form. In a future driven by AI, may we still remember to plant Neem outside our homes and even more deeply, within our DNA. What if a tree could listen to your silence, breathe with you through the night, and anchor your mind to the memory of who you were before the noise began? Peepal is no ordinary fig tree. Its roots stretch not only into the earth, but into scripture, meditation, and spiritual history. It is under a peepal tree that Siddhartha Gautama became the Buddha. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, "Among trees, I am the Ashvatha." In Sanskrit, Ashvatha means that which does not remain the same even for a moment, a reference to impermanence, change, and cosmic time flow. Scientifically, it belongs to the Moraceae family. It's known for its aerial roots, clock-like circadian rhythm, and most fascinating of all, it produces oxygen even at night, a botanical rarity. In a future where, urban stress disorders really dominate humanity, artificial intelligence will play a key role in healing. But what if AI didn't just treat humans, but actually learned from Peepal? Here's how AI can decode Peepal's intelligence. First, AI-assisted oxygen mapping. We can use satellite and IoT sensors to track how Peepal increases oxygen saturation in polluted zones, and even predict urban impact from planting Peepal corridors. The outcome? AI-guided green city planning. Next, neural simulation models. By training AI on how Peepal reduces stress markers in human subjects, and matching biofeedback data to neural resilience patterns, we can develop Peepal-based neurotherapy protocols. Then, quantum field interaction. AI could model the leaf vibration of Peepal as a frequency modulator and use this for AI-generated plant-based sound therapies, or maybe even virtual Peepal meditation programs. The result is, AI-powered digital Peepal healing chambers. And finally, karmic breath models. By integrating Ayurvedic dosha types, breath cycles, and Peepal effects, AI could personalize tree prescriptions based on karmic and psychological imprints. The outcome here? AI plant consciousness interfaces. In ancient yogic texts, the Ashvatha tree is actually described as inverted, with its roots above and branches below. It symbolizes the unseen karmic past, those roots you cannot see, but which honestly shape your life. Peepal helps dissolve ancestral grief, restless karmic breath, and subconscious time loops. Many meditators report lucid dreaming, past life visions, and serotonin dreams after sitting under a peepal tree. It's not fantasy. It's a deep memory download from a living time server. Peepal is used in Pitru rituals to honor ancestors in Buddhist Vipassana meditations during Ekadashi fasts and for yogic dream cleansing. Lighting diyas beneath Peepal is a way to seek forgiveness and resolution. Even circling the peepal tree 108 times is said to dissolve karmic entanglements. It acts as a chakra alignment portal, especially between Anahata, the heart, and Ajna, the third eye. Sit under Peepal before 8 in the morning to align your circadian breath and vagus nerve. Use Peepal bark powder for respiratory healing and to ignite your gut fire, or Agni. Meditate with its leaf in your hand. It enhances clarity and memory recall. And if you sleep near a peepal bonsai in open air, it can help bring lucid dreams and deeper sleep. Peepal doesn't just give oxygen, it gives truth. Truth about yourself, your timing, and your unfinished healing cycles. Watch the full series on Professor Diaries. Support this mission. Shop using the bag icon. Tap membership for early access and conscious tech insights. Contact us. Official email in channel description. For brand partnerships and promotion, connect via the official email listed on the channel. If you found value in this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Professor Diaries, and hit the bell icon for new insights daily. This is Professor Diaries signing off. Stay tuned, stay curious. Until next time, goodbye and take care. Peepal doesn't move, but it lives beyond motion. It doesn't speak, but it remembers everything. And in a world where we rush toward the future, Peepal waits patiently in the breath, reminding us that true wisdom is not in running forward, but in sitting still and breathing with time itself.
What if a single tree held a greater intelligence than the most advanced microchip? What if its branches stored memory, its leaves broadcast frequency, and its roots touched the very fabric of time? This is the peepal tree, and this is its conversation with artificial intelligence. Welcome to episode 3 of the Plant Intelligence Codex on Professor Diaries, where the forest meets the future, and where nature's mind meets machine intelligence. Across the Vedic and Puranic worlds, the peepal, or Ficus religiosa, is more than a plant. It is a cosmic archetype. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 26, Lord Krishna says, "Of all trees I am the Ashvatha." Why? Because the peepal tree is a mirror of the cosmos. In the Katha Upanishad, the universe is described as an inverted tree, whose roots reach upward toward Brahman, and whose branches grow downward into Maya. The peepal becomes a living cosmogram, the vertical axis between heaven and earth. Also mentioned in the Skanda Purana, peepal worship on Saturdays pleases Saturn and cleanses karmic debts. In the Padma Purana, Lord Vishnu rests within the peepal tree during cosmic dissolution. The Devi Bhagavatam says the goddess resides in trees, especially the Ashvatha. In the Ramayana, Sita sits under a peepal tree in Ashokavatika, invoking divine protection. In the Mahabharata, sages meditate beneath it to gain inner vision. In the Jataka tales, it is the Bodhi tree under which Prince Siddhartha became the awakened one. So, when you sit beneath a peepal, you don't just sit beneath bark and branches, you sit inside cosmic memory. Let's bring in the science. When a person rests under a peepal tree, the electromagnetic frequency emitted by its leaves can entrain human brainwaves. Key effects include alpha and theta wave dominance, deep relaxation and enhanced neuroplasticity, increased oxytocin and serotonin levels for emotional balance, and enhanced vagal tone, which means better digestion, mood, and heart rate variability. Peepal is particularly effective in balancing the autonomic nervous system, especially for PTSD, insomnia, anxiety, and hormonal imbalances. The right hemisphere of the brain opens up, unlocking intuition, dreams, and symbolism. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex resets, supporting better decision-making and, even compassion. The amygdala down-regulates, which helps reduce our fight or flight response. In essence, Peepal becomes a natural neuroregulator. It's like Ayurveda for the brain, coated in green. Peepal is actually one of the rare trees that absorbs carbon dioxide even at night and releases oxygen continuously. It uses something called crassulacean acid metabolism, or CAM, a rare photosynthesis process, but honestly it goes deeper than that. The leaf membranes oscillate in micro-vibrations that match the Schumann resonance, which is 7.83 Hz. There's even quantum entanglement with Earth's electromagnetic field, and these electromagnetic emissions can trigger pineal gland harmonization. So, sleeping near a peepal tree increases melatonin regulation, stabilizes your circadian rhythm, and, interestingly, enhances dream recall. Some scientists now propose what's called a quantum botanical interface, where trees like peepal act as biological quantum modulators. These trees don't just breathe, they actually cohere biological time. So, What happens when artificial intelligence meets tree intelligence? Well, we are actually entering the age of natural intelligence networks, or NIN for short. Now let's look at some pretty cool AI applications on the horizon. First, there's the AI People Matching app. This one's based on DOSHA from Ayurveda, Janma Nakshatra from Vedic astrology, and even includes things like heart rate variability, sleep quality, and stress metrics. Then we've got People Healing Pods. These are VR-powered booths featuring leaf frequency light patterns, soundscapes that follow oxygen flow, and breath sensors that adjust the ambience just for you. Next up is the Bio-Soul interface, where AI can map your karmic memory to specific trees, like Peepal for ancestral healing, Neem for immunity, and Banyan for Dharma. And finally, there's Tree Talk AI, where machine learning trains on Vedic mantras and botanic response feedback to create plant-responsive meditation apps. It's a whole new world of intelligence, really. Let's not forget what modern chemistry has discovered about the peepal tree. Some of its active compounds include flavonoids, which are antioxidants that help with nerve regeneration, terpenoids, known for their anti-inflammatory and antiviral properties, alkaloids, which aid in neurological modulation, tannins, great for gut lining repair, and phytosterols, which help with hormonal balance in women. In Ayurveda, the uses are just as impressive. Leaf juice for asthma and anxiety, bark decoction for ulcers, root for toothaches, and latex as a wound antiseptic. Peepal really supports the Agni-Ojas balance in the body, strengthening cellular intelligence just as it sharpens clarity of consciousness. In Vedic astrology, Peepal is ruled by Shani or Saturn, the planet of karma and time. The best times for worship are Saturday sunrise, Shani Amavasya, and Pitru Paksha. It's also linked to the Nakshatra Anuradha, which encourages depth, patience, ancestor healing, and Saturnian reflection. With today's technology, AI can now design astro tree calendars, ritual timings matched to moon transits, and people meditations aligned to Rahu-Ketu cycles. This isn't just a matter of spiritual belief, it's actually planetary consciousness ecology. So, the peepal tree aligns with the Anahata, or heart chakra, supporting connection, helping us process grief, and encouraging expansion. It also resonates with the Ajna, or third eye, which is all about intuition, perception, and transcendence. The peepal regulates the flow of pranavayu, which is the breath in apanavayu, for grounding, and samanavayu, which is, digestion, of both food and thought. Yogis chose to sit beneath the peepal not just for peace, but to really decode their karma. In yogic psychology, Peepal opens access to past lives and enables lucid dreaming, Deha Smriti, also known as body memory and samskara clearing. In AI terms, Peepal is like a karmic debugger, removing the errors of lifetimes. Your 7-step Peepal ritual is as follows. First, on Saturday at sunrise, sit with your spine to the bark. Second, take 108 breaths in silence to align with Earth's rhythm. Third, hold a leaf during meditation to connect with the Ajna chakra. Fourth, offer sesame oil and a diya to balance Saturn. Fifth, circumambulate 7 times to reset mental loops. Sixth, write one ancestral blessing request and bury it in the soil. And seventh, close with the mantra, Om Ashvataya Nama. Now, if you lack access to a real tree, AI-generated Peepal sound frequencies, 360-degree virtual reality environments, and biofeedback-enhanced meditation apps are emerging. AI is not replacing the tree, it is helping us find our way back to it. Watch the full series on Professor Diaries. Support this mission. Shop using the bag icon. Tap membership for early access and conscious tech insights. Contact us. Official email in channel description. For brand partnerships and promotion, connect via the official email listed on the channel. If you found value in this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Professor Diaries, and hit the bell icon for new insights daily. This is Professor Diaries signing off. Stay tuned, stay curious. Until next time, goodbye and take care. Peepal doesn't grow fast, but neither does awakening. Peepal doesn't speak, but it teaches you how to listen. And Peepal doesn't command, it remembers what your mind forgot, what your ancestors lived, and what your breath still carries. Now, as artificial intelligence scans the sky for truth, let it not forget the wisdom beneath its feet. Because the future is not only digital, it is rooted, breathing, and leaf-born. Welcome to the intelligence of the forest. Welcome to the consciousness of the people. And welcome to the AI Codex of the Trees.
What if memory wasn't just a function, but, a fragrance? What if a leaf could remember for you, kind of think with you, and even awaken the lost whispers of your soul? Brahmi finds its name not in laboratories, but in divine memory. It is said that the goddess Saraswati, embodiment of speech, intellect, and clarity, once descended in the form of a shimmering white river. At the banks of that river bloomed a delicate green herb, whispering thoughts, singing wisdom. That herb was Brahmi. Mentioned in the Rigveda, Atharvaveda, and later chronicled in Charaka Samhita, Brahmi was described as a Medya Rasayana, a mind rejuvenator. It was the plant given to students before exams, to children learning Vedas, to seekers before meditation. To eat Brahmi was to invite Saraswati into your nervous system. Medyam Brahmi Smrti Pradayini. Brahmi grants intellect and remembrance. In ancient gurukuls, Brahmi leaves were crushed with ghee and offered to young brahmacharis as sacred prasad, a bridge between plant memory and divine memory. While India called it Brahmi, the world knows it as Bacopa munieri, or water hyssop. It's found not only in the Indian subcontinent, but across tropical wetlands, from Florida to Fiji, Madagascar to Malaysia. Botanically, it's a succulent creeping herb, with small oval leaves and pale violet flowers. But inside, it is a biochemical orchestra. Its key active compounds, bacosides, are clinically proven to enhance nerve impulse transmission, stimulate synaptic plasticity, and boost memory formation and retention. It's categorized as an adaptogen, nootropic, and neurotonic in modern pharmacology. This humble herb has been studied in institutions across the United States, Australia, and Japan for its effect on cognition, stress resilience, and neurogenesis. Brahmi doesn't just calm the mind, it rewires it. At the neurological level, it activates acetylcholine pathways, which enhances memory recall. It also boosts BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a molecule linked to brain growth. And yeah, it encourages hippocampal dendritic branching, which improves how we learn and retain information. Brahmi improves working memory, reaction time, and verbal fluency, especially in students, seniors, and people with ADHD or Alzheimer's. Clinical studies show significant improvement in memory within 12 weeks of regular intake. Plus, it's anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, and a natural mood stabilizer. In yogic anatomy, the Ajna chakra, the third eye, is linked to perception, intuition, and learning. Brahmi is known to stimulate Ajna gently, opening pathways to clarity. By calming the Vata dosha, it aligns the nervous current of the vagus nerve, bringing parasympathetic healing, a state where deep learning and spiritual downloads occur. The pineal gland, often calcified by toxins and inactivity, is said to decalcify with long-term Brahmi use, making dreams more vivid, meditations deeper, and the inner witness sharper. This is not just a brain tonic, this is consciousness nourishment. Modern quantum biology shows us that plants and brains are not separate. Plants emit biophotons, light particles that can influence cellular behavior. Brahmi, when consumed or used as oil, begins a light-based dialogue with your neurons. Its frequency stabilizes circadian rhythms, aligns limbic emotional cycles, and may even entrain brainwaves to theta and alpha states. In future AI research, plants like Brahmi could be integrated into neural botanical circuits, serving as natural processors in biological quantum computing. The ancients may not have used wires, they used vines. In Ayurveda, Brahmi is considered one of the 4 primary Medya Rasayanas, along with Mandukaparni, also known as Gotukola, Shankhpushpi, and Yashtimadu, or Licorice. For Brahmi tea, you'll want to use about 1 teaspoon of dried Brahmi leaves, steeped in hot water for 5 to 7 minutes. You can add honey if you like for a touch of sweetness. Brahmi ghee is prepared by mixing Brahmi extract with cow's ghee. Take 1 teaspoon in the morning and at night, since this really helps boost absorption to brain tissue. Then there's Brahmi oil. Just apply warm oil to your scalp and comb your hair slowly. It's best to do this before meditation or sleep. As for dosage, adults can take 250 to 500 milligrams of extract per day, while children should have 100 to 250 milligrams under guidance. The ideal duration is about 3 to 6 months for neuroadaptation. Avoid excess use in cases of hypotension or during pregnancy, unless you have guidance from a practitioner. In Kerala temples, Brahmi was planted at the base of Saraswati idols. In Tamil Siddha medicine, Brahmi was considered the tongue of wisdom. In tribal Odisha, Brahmi was boiled and offered during full moon rituals to cleanse the mind. In some Himalayan monasteries, Brahmi is still used before scriptural chanting, not as medicine but as communion. We are entering a time where artificial intelligence is no longer just external. When AI-enhanced nootropics become the norm, Brahmi will be remembered not just as a herb, but a biological cognitive interface. Future healing protocols may include AI-guided Brahmi microdosing, VR meditation with Brahmi frequency simulation, and neurofeedback loops with Brahmi aromatherapy. The age of silicon plus sap is coming, and Brahmi may be its high priest. Sit quietly, visualize a green leaf, smooth, oval, glowing in soft light. Place it on your tongue in your mind's eye, let it dissolve, feel the neurons responding, the brain warming, the forgotten becoming familiar. Brahmi does not speak loudly, she whispers, and only those who slow down enough can hear her. If this sacred journey into Brahmi, also known as Bacopa Monieri, awakened something in you, subscribe to Professor Diaries for more revelations from the forests, the Vedas, and the future. Join our inner circle on Telegram https://t.me/Professor Diaries. For collaborations, you can reach out at profsingconnect@gmail.com. Channel https://w.youtube.com/@prof.sing2025. Comment below. What did Brahmi whisper to your mind today? In the deepest corners of the forests, where the air is heavy with the whispers of time, a sacred vine climbs toward the sun. This vine, known as Giloy or Tinospora cordifolia, is not just a plant, it is a legacy. Called Amrita in Sanskrit, which means the elixir of immortality, Giloy has been revered in Ayurveda, Vedic texts, and tribal lore for thousands of years. But today, modern science is finally catching up. Through the lens of neuroscience, quantum biology, and energy healing, we will unfold a journey that connects the ancient with the future. Welcome to Professor Diaries, where ancient knowledge meets futuristic science, and you meet your highest self. In the ancient Vedas, Giloy is mentioned as a divine climber. The Rigveda speaks of Soma and Amrit, the immortal nectar of gods, and from that nectar, Giloy is said to have emerged. In the Puranas, when the demons and gods churned the cosmic ocean, Amrita rose from the depths, and Giloy absorbed that immortality. The Skanda Purana calls Giloy a life-giver to the mortal world. The rishis believed it was born from the sweat of Lord Vishnu, falling to earth to protect humanity from disease. In the Mahabharata, when Krishna revived the Pandava armies after the war, it is said that he sprinkled droplets of Amrit on the earth, from which grew Giloy. This plant thus carries the memory of resurrection, of dharma, and of divine purpose. Giloy belongs to the Menispermaceae family. It is a perennial climber, often found twisting itself around trees like Neem and mango. The stem is the most medicinally potent part, though the roots and leaves also have healing qualities. The leaves are heart-shaped, a symbol of compassion. The stem is rough, spongy, and light green, storing a treasure trove of alkaloids, diterpenoids, lactones, and glycosides. Modern botany identifies its key phytochemicals: tinosporon, berberine, gilowan, and tinosporic acid, all powerful in anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and immunomodulatory functions. In Ayurveda, Giloy is considered a rasayana, a rejuvenator. It balances all three doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. For Vata, it grounds nervous energy. For Pitta, it cools inflammation and acidity. For Kapha, it removes toxins and reduces mucus buildup. It is particularly useful for conditions like fever, diabetes, skin disorders, joint pains, and low immunity. Giloy is said to increase OHAS, the subtle essence that supports immunity, longevity, and vitality. Modern science shows that Giloy influences the limbic system of the brain, the center of emotions, memory, and hormonal responses. It reduces cortisol, the stress hormone. It enhances dopamine and serotonin, boosting happiness and motivation. It balances the left and right brain by stimulating neurotransmitters responsible for logic on the left side and creativity on the right. It also nourishes the midbrain, which is associated with intuition, spatial awareness, and what we might call inner knowing. So Giloy is not just a body healer, it is a mind harmonizer. The Ajna chakra, located between the eyebrows, is the seat of inner vision and intuition. Giloy, according to yogic science, decalcifies and energizes the pineal gland, our inner antenna. The pineal gland is a photoreceptive organ that regulates circadian rhythms, melatonin production, and spiritual states. Giloy's antioxidant nature helps detox this gland from environmental fluorides and heavy metals, thus enhancing lucid dreaming, meditative clarity, and spiritual receptivity. The plant in this way connects you to your inner guide. Giloy has been studied for its biophoton emissions. This is the ultra-weak light that cells emit, you know? When you touch a fresh Giloy vine, your cells actually begin to communicate in photon language. It's like a quantum dialogue. This energy interaction can restore electromagnetic coherence in cells, enhance mitochondrial communication, and interestingly, influence genetic switches through epigenetics. Quantum physics also suggests that plants hold information memory. Giloy, being a so-called conscious climber, adapts to its host tree and environment, a real form of learning. In Swarvigyan, which is the science of breath cycles, each nostril represents a different energetic current. The left nostril is Ida, lunar, cooling. The right nostril is Pingala, solar, activating. Giloy harmonizes these nostrils by regulating prana flow. When taken during specific breath phases, like in the morning or at sunrise, it enhances lung function, oxygen uptake, and mental stability. It is especially useful during meditation and pranayama sessions. Sages have used Giloy in daily sadhana. In the morning, take Giloy juice before Surya Namaskar. After meditation, drink a warm decoction with Tulsi to enhance intuition. In the evening, use Giloy kata with turmeric for grounding energy. In advanced yogic practices, Giloy is used to support fasting, known as upavasa, retreats or anushan, and even silent vows called mana. So, here's how you can bring Giloy into your kitchen and, your daily lifestyle. For a detox tea, just simmer Giloy stem pieces with cinnamon, tulsi, and a bit of lemon. If you want to use it as a kitchen spice, dry and grind the stems, then mix the powder into dal, soups, or even vegetables. And for an immunity chutney, blend Giloy leaves with garlic, cumin, and Amla. Oh, and you can also use Giloy-infused water for bathing infants or elders to help promote skin health and boost immunity. So who exactly benefits the most from Giloy? Well, students can use it to boost memory, improve focus, and reduce exam stress. Working professionals might find it helpful for handling daily burnout, screen fatigue, and sleep issues. Women can turn to Giloy for hormonal balance, PCOS support, and postpartum healing. For the elderly, it may help reduce arthritis, fatigue, and even support healthy blood sugar levels. And children, too, can benefit as Giloy helps build natural immunity and strengthen respiratory health. Imagine a world where, your smartwatch actually tells you which plant you need based on your mood, your breath, and your heart rate. Giloy is now part of this new biocode that artificial intelligence will interpret to create customized healing blueprints for every single individual. In the future, devices will be able to analyze your vibrational state and, suggest Giloy variants grown on different trees for different chakra blocks. In Japan, Giloy extract was found to modulate cytokine storm in viral patients. Over in Italy, researchers tested its impact on autoimmunity, with positive results in 74% of cases. And in India, a large-scale trial at AIIMS found Giloy helpful in diabetic neuropathy. In a world filled with artificial solutions, the answers still, honestly, lie in the earth. Giloy is a reminder that nature has already given us the blueprint for immunity, intuition, and integration. We invite you to explore this ancient healing system through our channel Professor Diaries, where knowledge meets wisdom, science meets spirituality, and ancient traditions are brought back to life. If you found value in this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like and share, and most importantly, try implementing just one small thing from today's knowledge into your daily life. To connect with us or to see our other videos on Ayurvedic plants, ancient sciences, neuroscience, quantum biology, and futuristic AI healing, do check out our full playlist. Join us on YouTube, Professor Diaries, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn at Professor Diaries. To access long videos, books, and guided practices, just click on the channel link above. Let's walk this path together, one breath, one thought, one plant at a time. Until next time, stay rooted, stay radiant.
Imagine a tree that bridges the physical and spiritual, a living symbol of well-being. In yogic tradition, the bel tree, Aegle marmelos, is just that. Revered as sacred, the bel tree is linked to Shiva, embodying both stillness and dynamism. Its presence purifies the atmosphere, making meditation effortless and uplifting inner energies. Every part of the tree, leaves, fruit, bark, roots, serves a unique purpose, both in ritual and healing. The leaves are offered in worship and used as medicine. The fruit soothes digestion. The bark and gum heal wounds and calm the system. This is not mere belief, but a science of living explored by yogis and healers for centuries. The bel tree is a holistic technology for human flourishing, a testament to our deep connection with nature. In a world drifting from this wisdom, the bel tree reminds us that true well-being is cultivated by aligning with the intelligence of life itself. It is not just a tree, but an invitation to participate in the grand intelligence of creation. The bel tree stands as a living, breathing institution of wellness. In India, the bilva tree is more than a plant, it's a living shrine. Legend says goddess Lakshmi asked to reside in the bilva, making it a symbol of prosperity and purity. Planting a bel tree is believed to invite auspiciousness and spiritual energy. Its trifoliate leaf represents the three qualities of creation, sattva, rajas and tamas, and the three eyes of Shiva. Offering a bilva leaf to Shiva is a conscious act of devotion, a way to transcend one's limitations. This is not blind ritual, but a yogic process. The leaf absorbs the linga's energy, which is then internalized when consumed as prasadam. Such offerings are said to equal great sacrifices, highlighting the transformative power of simple, heartfelt acts. The bilva tree is a silent guru, teaching that the path to the divine is through conscious participation, not complexity. It stands as a living reminder that grace is accessible to all. The tree's presence calms the mind and settles the system, making spiritual practice natural. Through the bilva, the grace of Shiva becomes a living experience. It is a bridge between the human and the divine. The bilva tree is a constant, living reminder of this possibility. Ancient cultures saw a pharmacy in a single tree, and the bel tree is the perfect example. Every part, fruit, leaves, bark, roots, gum, serves a medicinal purpose. The fruit aids digestion, unripe for chronic issues, ripe for cooling and cleansing. The leaves regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation and soothe fevers. Inhaling crushed leaves clears the mind and nasal passages. The root is key in Ayurvedic pain and inflammation remedies. The bark heals wounds and fights infection. Even the gum soothes internal tissues. This holistic use reflects a deep understanding of plant intelligence. Ancient healers perceived these qualities through heightened awareness, not just analysis. The bel tree is a complete system of healing, nurturing the body as a living garden. It is a testament to the science of life, where every part is valued. The bel tree is a living pharmacy, mapped with precision for both chemical and energetic impact. For millennia, the bel tree's benefits were known through experience. Now, science is catching up. Studies confirm the fruit's rich antioxidants, alkaloids, coumarins, flavonoids, protect against cellular damage and aging. These compounds reduce oxidative stress, supporting detoxification and long-term health. Marmelosin, found in bel, has proven anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial effects, validating traditional uses. Research also shows bel extracts calm the nervous system, reducing anxiety and promoting relaxation. This aligns with the tree's traditional reputation for clarity and peace. Science and ancient wisdom converge, each offering a unique perspective on bel's healing power. The bel tree is now recognized as evidence-based natural medicine. Its benefits are reaching a global audience, bridging tradition and innovation. The bel tree stands as a bridge between past wisdom and future health. In yogic science, the gut is a second brain, central to energy and emotional balance. The bel tree restores this gut-brain axis, cleansing the colon and supporting healthy gut flora. Its fruit acts as both a gentle laxative and a remedy for diarrhea, intelligently restoring digestive balance. A healthy gut leads to balanced neurotransmitters, uplifting mood and reducing anxiety. Many modern stresses are rooted in an imbalanced gut. Bel addresses the cause, not just symptoms. Traditional healing always begins with digestive cleansing, and bel is the perfect tool. It re-establishes harmony between body and mind, enhancing resilience to stress and deepening sleep. The path to a quiet mind often begins in a quiet gut. Bel is not just about symptom relief, but about restoring fundamental harmony. The bel tree is a foundation for inner peace and vibrant energy. Ayurveda teaches that health is balance among three doshas: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. The bel tree is a rare tridoshic herb, harmonizing all three energies. For Vata, bel's ripe fruit grounds and nourishes. For Pitta, its cooling sherbet soothes inflammation. For Kapha, the unripe fruit and leaves clear congestion and stimulate metabolism. Ayurvedic practitioners use different parts of the tree to tailor its effects to individual needs. Bel is a true rasayana, rejuvenating, strengthening tissues, purifying blood, and enhancing vitality. It works holistically, restoring the body's innate intelligence. The bel tree honors the complexity of the human system, working in harmony with it. It is a universal medicine for balance and longevity. The bel tree's sacred and medicinal reputation extends far beyond India. In Thailand, it's brewed as nammatum tea for digestion and hospitality. In Sri Lanka, belly is used in medicine and rituals, with its fruit made into drinks and jams for digestive health. In Nepal, the bel fruit is central to the Ehi ceremony, symbolizing divine marriage and lifelong well-being. Across cultures, the bel tree is revered for healing, purity, and spiritual significance. Its presence in temples and homes reflects a universal recognition of its power. The bel tree's wisdom is a shared heritage, uniting humanity in the quest for well-being. It reminds us that nature's intelligence transcends borders. Today, ancient superfoods are being rediscovered, and the bel tree is gaining global attention. Bel fruit powder is now sold worldwide as a digestive aid and detoxifier, added to smoothies, teas, and wellness products. Retreats and detox centers use bel for gentle, effective cleansing. Entrepreneurs are creating bel-infused supplements, snacks, and even skincare, exploring its antioxidant benefits. This revival is about more than health. It's about holistic well-being and reconnecting with nature's wisdom. For many, consuming bel is a conscious act, honoring ancient tradition and sacredness in daily life. The bel tree's simplicity and power are inspiring a new generation of wellness seekers. It is a symbol of nature's enduring solutions for modern living. Can one tree heal body, mind, and spirit? The bel tree answers yes. It is a living temple, a symbol of cosmic intelligence and harmony. Connecting with the bel tree through ritual, medicine, or simply presence aligns us with deeper vitality. Healing is not about adding, but restoring the natural harmony within. In an age of disconnection, the bel tree calls us back to the source, nature as a sacred trust. Reconnecting with plants like bel is a revolutionary act of reclaiming health and peace. Let the bel tree inspire you to see yourself as part of a greater whole. Walk barefoot, feel the earth, and recognize trees as fellow life forms. The source of health and joy is here, in the embrace of the earth. The mystical power of the bel tree reflects the power within you, waiting to be awakened.
Imagine a tree that's more than just a plant, a living archive, a silent witness to centuries of human history. In India, the banyan tree, or Vata Vriksha, is exactly that. It's not just wood and leaves, it's a portal connecting past and present, a symbol of endurance. The banyan is called the tree of immortality because it can live for centuries, constantly renewing itself. Unlike other trees, it expands outward, creating a forest from a single seed, a powerful symbol of life's endless cycle. In Indian culture, the banyan represents Akshaya, the indestructible, a living promise that life will always find a way. Its vast canopy is a sanctuary, a place where time slows and we connect with something ancient. The banyan teaches us to be rooted, to find stability in a chaotic world. Its main trunk anchors, while aerial roots reach down, creating new pillars, reminding us to ground ourselves in tradition and family. Sitting under a banyan, you feel the earth's strength and tranquility. The tree is an ecosystem, a sacred space, and a quiet corner for contemplation. It holds the whispers of ancestors and offers shelter for generations to come. The banyan bridges sky and earth, spirit and matter, individual and community. Its strength comes from connection, reaching down to roots, up to the sky, and out to others. The banyan is a living lesson in resilience, longevity, and the quiet wisdom of nature. The banyan, or Ficus bengalensis, begins life as a seed high in another tree, sending down aerial roots in search of earth. Once these roots touch ground, they thicken into trunks, allowing the banyan to expand into a vast grove. One organism, many pillars. This unique growth makes the banyan a self-contained ecosystem, sheltering birds, monkeys, squirrels, and countless other creatures. Its structure is a living city, teaching us about interdependence and harmony. The aerial roots symbolize a connection between heaven and earth, channeling energy and wisdom from above to below. The banyan is revered as a natural temple, a place of spiritual power. Sages have long sought its shade for insight and meditation. If the central trunk dies, the tree survives through its many rooted pillars, a metaphor for resilience and collective strength. The banyan thrives by letting go of the old and building new support, just as families and societies must. It's a living lesson in regeneration and interconnectedness. The tree's survival depends on its network, not any single part. The banyan shows us the power of letting go, renewal, and building strong, supportive connections. In Indian mythology, the banyan is more than a tree. It's a divine presence. The Puranas say Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva all reside within it, making the banyan a living symbol of creation, preservation, and destruction. During the cosmic flood, the infant Krishna floated on a banyan leaf, a symbol of shelter and new beginnings. The tree is a cradle of life, promising endurance even in chaos. Sages and ascetics meditate under its shade, seeking enlightenment and inner peace. Lord Shiva, as Dakshinamurti, is always depicted teaching under a banyan, imparting silent wisdom. The tree's calm energy is believed to open the mind to spiritual truths. Women perform Vat Savitri Puja, tying threads around the banyan for their husband's well-being, inspired by the story of Savitri. The banyan is a symbol of fidelity, love, and community. Village councils meet under its canopy, making decisions in its impartial presence. The banyan is both temple and witness, grounding spiritual and social life. For millennia, the banyan has been a source of healing in Ayurveda. Every part, bark, leaves, figs, roots, has medicinal uses, promoting longevity and balance. Its latex treats wounds, bark decoctions boost immunity, and aerial roots were once used as natural toothbrushes. Modern science now confirms the banyan's benefits. Its compounds have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-diabetic properties. Studies show banyan extracts help manage blood sugar, heal wounds, and protect the liver. The tree's wisdom bridges ancient tradition and modern medicine. Beyond the body, the banyan calms the mind. Its serene environment may reduce stress and anxiety. Sitting under its canopy is both spiritual and therapeutic, grounding emotions and enhancing focus. The banyan's healing is holistic, nurturing body, mind, and spirit. It's a living pharmacy and a sanctuary for well-being. The banyan symbolism as a world tree resonates far beyond India. In Bali, it shades temples and is believed to house spirits, serving as a gateway between worlds. Offerings are left at its base, and cutting it is taboo. In Polynesia, the banyan represents family and community. Ceremonies and meetings are held in its shade. Its structure mirrors the web of relationships that bind people together. In Africa, similar fig trees are council trees, places of justice and wisdom. Across cultures, great trees are seen as homes for spirits and sources of life. The banyan's ability to create a forest from one seed is a universal symbol of immortality and connection. Whether in India, Bali, or the Pacific, the banyan stands as a global icon of resilience and sacredness. It reminds us that humanity shares a deep need for meaning and connection through nature. In our digital age, the banyan's structure inspires innovation. Its root system is a model for decentralized networks, resilient, adaptable, and self-healing. This principle shapes modern technology, from computer networks to energy grids. The banyan teaches patience. Its slow, steady growth is a metaphor for learning and mastery. True strength comes from building solid foundations, not rushing results. For mental peace, the banyan offers a natural guide. Its shade encourages mindfulness and grounding. Sitting beneath it, we're reminded to be present and connect with our inner selves. The tree's growth challenges individualism. It thrives as a community, supporting countless lives. The banyan's wisdom is that lasting growth is collective, rooted in collaboration and support. It's a living example of how networks, natural or human, can foster resilience and opportunity. The banyan invites us to build communities where everyone thrives. Its lesson, our greatest potential is realized together. In a world obsessed with speed and productivity, the banyan teaches the wisdom of stillness. It invites us to pause, listen, and reconnect with ourselves. True growth begins with deep roots, knowing who we are and what matters. The banyan shows that strength is about depth, not just height. It honors its old trunks even as it grows new ones, reminding us to value our past as we move forward. In our rush to upgrade, the banyan urges us to remember and learn from our history. This connection to heritage anchors us in a larger story. The banyan is a reflection of our potential to shelter, support, and regenerate. We too can be resilient, create community, and offer strength to others. The Vata Vriksha is more than a tree. It's a spiritual guide. Its presence invites us to slow down, root ourselves, and grow with patience and connection. The banyan teaches us how to live and how to last. In its silent shade, we find the wisdom to endure.
Welcome to Professor Diaries. What if there existed a fruit that could rebuild your cells, reset your biological age, and restore your entire system, from gut to brain to consciousness? What if this fruit was not only praised by rishis, chanted in mantras and offered in yagnas, but was also now being studied by neuroscientists, DNA experts, and longevity researchers across the world? This is the mystic miracle called Amla, known to the modern world as Emblica officinalis, and to the spiritual world as Divya Rasayana, the immortal elixir of rejuvenation. In Ayurveda, it is called Dridaphala, the fruit of courage. In scriptures, it is Amritphala, the fruit of immortality. And in the language of science, it is a natural DNA protectant, antioxidant balm, and neuro repair agent. Botanically, Amla belongs to the family Phyllanthacea. It is a small to medium-sized tree with greenish-yellow, gooseberry-like fruit that is extremely sour, yet deeply nourishing. In Hindi, it is called Amla. In Sanskrit, Amalaki, the mother, the nurturer, the pure one. In Tamil, Nelakai. In Marathi, Avala. And in English, Indian gooseberry. The tree flowers during spring and bears fruit through winter, making it a symbol of strength and transformation. Unlike most fruits, Amla retains its vitamin C even when boiled or dried, a rare, near-miraculous property. It's not just a fruit, it's a survival code. Mythologically, Amla was born from the tears of Brahma during creation. You know, in the Skanda Purana, it's actually said that those who plant or consume Amla regularly are freed from the cycle of birth and death. The tree is worshipped during Amla Navami, where devotees circumambulate the tree, seeking blessings for a long life and protection from disease. In the Mahabharata, it's mentioned that when Yudhishthira once asked about the purest food to eat during Vanavasa, Vedic sages pointed to Amla, describing it as a food that clears both physical and karma toxins. Now let's step into the world of science. Amla contains the highest natural source of vitamin C in any known edible plant, more than 20 times that of an orange. But more than that, it contains powerful polyphenols, tannins, and alkaloids like emblecanin A and B, punaglucanin, and gallic acid, all known to So, Amla compounds can actually reduce cellular stress, neutralize free radicals, and even repair mitochondrial damage. They help boost collagen production, reverse DNA telomere shortening, and also reduce LDL cholesterol while improving HDL. In clinical studies, Amla has been shown to reduce blood glucose in people with type 2 diabetes, protect brain neurons from degeneration, improve liver function in hepatitis patients, and even stabilize stress markers in PTSD cases. Its biochemistry is so complex and, honestly, so intelligent that scientists refer to Amla as a systemic adaptogen, which means it's a compound that knows what to balance and when. Neurologically, Amla is considered a brain tonic. It reduces cortisol, enhances serotonin receptor sensitivity, and increases neurotrophins like BDNF, which are, essential for learning and memory. In Ayurveda, Amla is prescribed in what's called Medhya Rasayana therapies. That basically means it rejuvenates both the buddhi and the manas. In brain-gut science, Amla helps restore microbiome balance and improves inflammation in the gut lining, making it a key agent in treating things like IBS, leaky gut, and even psychosomatic fatigue. In the vagus nerve pathway, Amla is used to stimulate the parasympathetic system, reducing heart rate, calming the body, and enhancing emotional recovery after trauma. Ayurvedically, Amla is one of the only herbs that balances all three doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Rasa Amla is sour and astringent with sweet undertones, Virya Shita, which means cooling, Vipaka Madhura, or a sweet post-digestive effect. It purifies the Rasatatu, or plasma, and the Raktadatu, which is blood. It also improves Agni, that is, digestion, without increasing the Pittic fire, and it enhances Ojas, the vital essence of immunity and spiritual radiance. Conditions treated include immunity disorders, diabetes and insulin resistance, PCOS, and hormonal imbalance, constipation and gut dysfunction, eye diseases and macular degeneration, chronic fatigue and stress, premature aging and graying, liver detox, brain fog and depression, as well as skin pigmentation and acne. Daily applications include having Amla juice with warm water in the morning, it really boosts your energy and helps cleanse your gut. Taking Amla powder with honey at night, it can treat constipation and ease mental restlessness. And using Amla-infused hair oil is great for strengthening the roots and even reversing hair loss. Amla candy or churna for children is, a wonderful immune builder and mental tonic. Amla in Triphala form offers, honestly, deep detoxification of the colon and eyes. Spiritually, Amla is linked to the Anahata chakra, the heart center. Its vibration is cooling, soothing, centering. When taken during pranayama practice, Amla helps maintain the calm of mind, openness of heart, and protection from emotional toxins. Sadhakas consume Amla during Navratri fasts for detox and divine balance. In tantric practices, Amla is used to induce Sahaj state, a peaceful, open, blissful state of being. It is said that even yogis in Himalayan caves carry Amla dried fruit for cellular support during extended fasts. So, AI and future integration. Amla's molecular map is actually being integrated into AI health diagnostics for recommending customized adaptogen therapies. AI models are now trained to identify oxidative stress in cells and then trigger microdosing of Amla molecules in smart capsules. Biosensor patches, they may deliver Amla extract through the skin during dehydration or high-stress response. Quantum biologists are even studying Amla's telomere-preserving effect for longevity mapping in digital DNA repair systems. And AI education systems will soon include Amla in school ecosystem projects, so students can learn about plant-body-brain connections. In scriptures, Charaka Samhita actually calls Amla the greatest of all rasayanas. Sushruta describes Amla as the fruit that, quote, renews life when life is frayed. The Skanda Purana states that even a touch of the Amla tree on the body removes 100 births of sin. In the Devi Bhagavatam, Amla is linked to goddess Lakshmi for prosperity, beauty, and immune wealth. Now, when it comes to child-friendly education, Amla is a plant that teaches growth from within, just like vitamin C builds inner shielding. It's used in eco-school projects to teach natural immunity. Its candy form is easy to include in children's diet for memory, gut health, and clarity. And students are taught that Amla represents a cool mind, strong body, and pure heart. And finally, a spiritual reflection. In a world obsessed with surface shine, Amla reminds us to rejuvenate from the core, to grow quietly, to heal deeply, to restore truthfully. Every cell of Amla carries a code to reset the body, soften the mind, and open the heart. If Tulsi protects and Giloy purifies, then Amla regenerates. It is not just a fruit, it is the memory of immortality. Support the mission, a fusion of AI, spiritual consciousness, and soul technology. Shopping through the bag icon helps support this journey. Tap the membership icon for early access and conscious tech circles. Scan the UPI QR at the end to contribute any amount you feel called to. For collaborations, just contact via the official email in the description. And, of course, you can watch the full series on Professor Diaries. Shankhpushpi, also known as Convolvulus pluricalis, is often called the herb of intelligence, memory, and nervous system evolution. Professor Diaries. What if a single herb could sharpen your memory, calm your nervous system, boost intelligence, and activate the brain's deepest learning circuits? What if this herb was celebrated in the ancient Vedas as a medicine for mind mastery, and is now being studied by neuroscientists for its impact on cognition and synaptic plasticity? Welcome to the world of Shankhpushpi, a small, blue-flowered herb with an expansive power over mental functioning, emotional balance, and consciousness. Known as the intelligence herb or brain tonic of the rishis, Shankhpushpi has been used in Ayurveda for centuries to enhance learning, boost memory, and awaken the buddhi, the intellectual mind. In the age of information overload, digital distraction, and neural burnout, this humble creeper offers a natural path to mental excellence, calm, and superior decision-making. So let's talk about its botanical identity and naming. The botanical name is Convolvulus pluricalis. It's also commonly known as Shankhpushpi in Sanskrit, Shankhpushpi in Hindi, and, well, morning glory in English. This plant belongs to the Convolvulataceae family. It's a herbaceous, non-aromatic creeper. Some of its distinguishing features include small blue-violet flowers and tender branches, and it usually grows close to the ground in dry plains. The name Shankhpushpi actually comes from the shape of its flowers, which, resemble a shankha or conch shell, a symbol of wisdom, sound, and spiritual awakening. Mentioned in the Atharva Veda, Charaka Samhita, and Rasa Tarangini, Shankhpushpi is considered a divine herb for buddhi, or intellect, and smriti, which means memory. According to legend, sages of the ancient Gurukulas would give Shankhpushpi tonics to students to help them absorb scriptures and honestly to support deep meditation. In many Ayurvedic rituals, Shankhpushpi is used during Brahma Muhurta, which are the hours before sunrise, to activate the mind while keeping it detached and tranquil. From a scientific perspective, researchers are now exploring how Shankhpushpi may support brain healing and cognitive function. Early studies suggest it could have a positive impact on mental clarity, memory, and overall brain health, though, of course, more research is still needed to fully understand its benefits and mechanisms. Modern studies have found that Shankhpushpi contains powerful bioactive compounds such as flavonoids, glycosides, alkaloids, and Shankhpushpin. These compounds enhance synaptic transmission, stabilize neurotransmitters like GABA and serotonin, improve brain blood flow, reduce oxidative stress on brain cells, and activate the hippocampus for memory consolidation. Shankhpushpi is now being studied as a potential natural nootropic, or smart herb for long-term mental vitality. So, Shankhpushpi boosts intellectual clarity, reduces brain fog and hyperactivity, and also relieves anxiety and depression. It supports learning disorders like ADHD and cognitive delay, while enhancing sleep quality without causing sedation. Shankhpushpi acts on the pituitary hypothalamic adrenal axis, balancing hormones that affect mental calmness. It even stimulates the Ajna chakra, or third eye, and the Soma Nadi pathways through its cooling, ethereal energetic signature. Now, let's talk about the Ayurvedic qualities and the diseases that Shankhpushpi is traditionally used to treat. This herb is valued for its unique ability to address a wide range of conditions, from stress-related disorders to cognitive decline, insomnia, and even digestive imbalances. It's commonly prescribed for nervous exhaustion, memory loss, and conditions where calming the mind and strengthening the intellect are needed most. Ayurvedic qualities and dosha balance are really important here. The rasa, or taste, is tikta, which means bitter, and kashaya, or astringent. Its virya, or potency, is shita, meaning cooling. The vipaka, or post-digestive effect, is madhura, or sweet. In terms of dosha effect, it pacifies vata and pitta, and in excess, kapha. Considered a medhya rasayana, or intellectual rejuvenator, Shankhpushpi is prescribed alongside Brahmi, Mulethi, and Ashwagandha in vata-dominant cognitive conditions. Alright, so let's talk about the diseases and conditions that can be treated here. These include stress, anxiety, and depression. Also, insomnia and night terrors, poor memory and concentration, and even neurological degeneration like early dementia support. There's help for ADHD, learning disorders, and speech delay, as well as migraines, mental fatigue, and burnout. And not to forget PCOS and thyroid imbalance that are linked to HPA dysfunction. Now moving on to daily usage and spiritual connection. This is really about making these practices a part of your everyday routine. And, honestly, embracing the deeper benefits that go beyond just the physical. It's about supporting your mind and spirit, creating a sense of balance, and nurturing that connection with yourself on a daily basis. So let's break down the daily usage and practical applications. Shankhpushpi syrup is typically taken as 5 to 10 milliliters mixed with warm water after dinner. The powder, or churna, is usually 1 to 3 grams, mixed with honey or ghee. You can also make a tea by infusing it in warm milk or Tulsi water, especially for Brahma Muhurta intake. Herb oil, either for nausea or scalp application, is used for mental relaxation and, third eye awakening. Just a quick note, it's best to avoid overuse if you have low blood pressure or if your body tends to feel excessively cold. So, spiritual science and the consciousness connection. Well, Shankhpushpi is actually linked to a few really fascinating concepts. It's believed to support mental purification, or manas shuddhi, and help with the activation of the Ajna chakra. There's also this idea that it brings balance to the left and right brain hemispheres, which is, pretty interesting. In yogic traditions, it's thought to help with the retention of scriptural wisdom, and it's used in tantric sadhanas to stabilize mental waves and enhance visualization. Above all, Shankhpushpi is respected as a plant that awakens viveka. That's the power of right discrimination and clarity of purpose. Looking ahead, there's growing interest in how Shankhpushpi might be integrated into future wellness practices worldwide. As global recognition increases, researchers and practitioners are exploring new ways to combine traditional wisdom with modern science. This could open doors for broader acceptance and innovative uses, making Shankhpushpi a part of holistic health systems around the world. When it comes to AI, biotech, and future integration, Shankhpushpi's nootropic profile makes it, honestly, kind of ideal for some cutting-edge applications. It could play a role in AI biofeedback learning systems, and even in quantum brain-computer interfaces that need low-stress environments. There's also potential for memory augmentation in augmented reality systems, and adaptive AI-powered learning paths for children with neurodiversity. Looking to the future, AI health coaches might even prescribe Shankhpushpi microdoses for task-specific neural enhancement. So let's talk about its global significance and recognition. It's now featured in national Ayush mission programs and has even made its way into international cognition studies in the United States, Japan, and Germany. It's also included in herbal research projects at Harvard and Stanford, especially in the field of nootropic botany. The Ayush recommendations highlight its benefits for exam stress in school children, and, it's been adapted into functional supplements all around the world. Moving forward, there's this fascinating integration with ancient scriptures and modern AI analytics. The wisdom of traditional texts is now being analyzed with the help of advanced technology, bridging the gap between ancient knowledge and contemporary science. When it comes to integration with scriptures, it's actually found in the Charaka Samhita as Medya Rasayana. The Atharva Veda refers to it as the herb of thought clarity. Rishis would use it before yajnas to ensure sharp recall of mantras, and it's recommended for students and brahmacharis during chanting practice. This really shows how deeply rooted it is in spiritual and educational traditions. So, just imagine AI tools scanning your neural stress patterns, and then recommending things like a microdose of Shankhpushpi, or maybe a chakra calibration session, or even breath patterns that match herbal response data. Shankhpushpi is going to be the herb of digital dhyana, meditation that's assisted by machine consciousness and, enhanced by nature's intelligence. So let's take a moment to reflect on the educational impact and the deeper meaning behind what we've explored. Educational impact and child-friendly value. This is really ideal for students who might be dealing with stress, learning delays, or even exam anxiety. It teaches mindfulness and, honestly, the joy of bitter herbs. Shankhpushpi can be grown in school gardens and even used in Vedic classrooms. Plus, it can be linked with apps to track mood, memory, and mindfulness progress. In every petal of Shankhpushpi, a wave of intelligence blooms. It does not just improve memory, it teaches what to remember. Not just a herb for sharpness, but for inner stability. When the mind stands still, yet alert. When clarity rises without anxiety. When purpose meets peace. That is the gift of Shankhpushpi. Like, share, and subscribe to Professor Diaries for more divine healing wisdom. Support the mission, a fusion of AI, spiritual consciousness, and soul technology. Shopping through the bag icon helps support this journey. Tap the membership icon for early access and conscious tech circles. Scan the UPI QR at the end to contribute any amount you feel called to. For collaborations, contact via the official email in the description. And, watch the full series on Professor Diaries.